Gabriel.
Steven Spielberg Jr.
Live from Annmarie's car, it's Cassette Take, where you can eject whoever you want, but please don't forget to rewind. Starring Ethan Tyler, Annmarie Lamarada.
I think this is how we were going to start this episode, but I'm so happy we started this one.
Oh, man. We just saw, Annmarie, what did we just go see?
We just saw Saturday Night.
Saturday Night, and wow. Wow, I am so energized after seeing this movie.
Oh my gosh, I've never felt so flustered and nervous and excited at the same time.
So we obviously hated it.
Yeah, it was
terrible.
Really bad, actually.
It was awful. Like,
that cast.
Refund.
Oh.
Refund. No, are you kidding me? This movie was great. It was wonderful.
I don't get where the credits are coming from. This movie was really fun.
Now, I haven't had a chance to see the reviews yet at all for this movie, but I was always excited for it as soon as it was announced, and I didn't really look at anything other than the trailers. So hearing that the critics didn't like it, especially after watching it, like, really? Did we watch the same movie?
Seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, I do want to say this right away. This movie is so much fun.
Yes, it is. I mean, is it 100% accurate? I don't know. Who knows? Who cares?
Was there a llama? Who knows?
Spoilers, llama.
Sorry.
It alpacas a punch.
Oh, wait, no, it's an alpaca. It's not a llama, right?
Oh, I wasn't trying to correct you at all. I don't...
Shoot. This cast is so good, too. There's so many good actors.
Okay, so we have lots of thoughts about this movie. Like, lots of excitement, lots of energy coming out of us. Gotta calm down. And, yeah, so Saturday Night. It is a film by our good old friend, Jason Reitman.
Yes.
And by good old friend, we mean we have no idea. We have never met the guy.
Best friend
forever. But no, we love his work. And this movie is about the 90 minutes that lead up to the first ever Saturday Night Live airing.
And did you grow up with Saturday Night Live, Ethan? Because I know I did.
Oh, absolutely. If it wasn't me, like, staying up watching it with my parents were showing me old clips from Saturday Night Live from, like, the this era, you know? Mm-hmm. The original ones, saying, like, oh, this is what Saturday Night Live used to be like. And, you know, whether you like it now or then or, like, all around or you don't like it, I mean, hey, it's kind of still maintained a very constant energy of, like, always trying to put on a show for people, even when some stuff lands, some stuff doesn't, but that's kind of the fun of it. When it lands, it really lands, and the moments where it doesn't, you know, it just makes those moments that do land, you know, much more awesome.
And I've always appreciated the cast of Saturday Night Live changing all the time. It's just so much fun. But this, I feel like it, like, captured Saturday Night Live so well. Like, I felt like I was watching a longer sketch. It was so cool.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, you were really bringing up the point of, like, how I've never felt so stressed but excited at the same time. It really does kind of convey, and because you and I have both worked on a live show for, you know, live audience that was being filmed for a new IP, and, you know, that stuff is so stressful. And, you know, you're so much running around, and it's like, hey, you get some good cardio out of it. But it's like, hey, so much running around and, like, stress of, like, hey, you got to get these stars and all these different personalities, all these egos aligned. And at the end of the day, like, this movie really did convey all of that through the eyes of Gabriel?
Steven Spielberg Jr.?
Mr. Fableman himself.
Yes.
Gabrielle.
We're doing great.
Yeah. Live. No, but through his Lauren Michaels character's eyes.
Can I just say this? I love that there were so many, like, single shots. Like, the full beginning was just one shot of them falling. I'm sure there's a cut in there somewhere. but it's one shot following him all around the set. That was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm so glad none of these shots were romantically involved and they stayed single. That is so great.
Wait, no.
No, I know.
And also, just like, I know, like, the characters are just so good, and there's so many good actors in here. Gabriel, Rachel Sennett, one of our favorites. There's so many. J.K. Simmons is in this.
Hey, oh, he's in it.
Oh. Hey, no.
No, when you see this movie, you'll know what we mean. But
there's a lot of him in it.
Dylan O'Brien, Jason Aykroyd.
Holy smokes, Dylan O'Brien was so good in this. I'm so happy for him.
This whole cast was wonderful. I mean, I was telling Annmarie when we were in the theater, when the credits were rolling, that a lot of movies we've seen so far this year, and, you know, throughout most of our lives, we've seen movies where actors transform into their characters, and it's always great. I think this year there's been, like, truly quite a bit of those where it's like, wow, I felt those actors really transformed into those characters. Here, it was not only just one or two, it was like a whole ensemble of really great actors that really transcended their performance and became these characters.
You know why I think that too? I actually think this movie did that so well because we recognize a lot of these actors. There's a lot of young actors in this film. We recognize them from our childhood or like movies that were like from our childhood, and now they're like becoming adults and transforming. And it was so cool. Like, again, I don't think there's a bad performance, to be honest.
No. I mean, the llama gave the best performance.
Oh, my God. Or alpaca. We can't remember.
But seriously, one of the best dual performances, I mean, Nicholas Braun.
Yes.
I love Nicholas Braun, you know, since Succession and like, oh crap, there was some other movie he was in that I really liked before I saw him in Succession. I can't remember what it was. But regardless, excellent performer. Love him. His comedic timing on top of his already great acting is always brilliant.
Yeah.
And for him to play Jim Henson and I remember
funny.
the other guy, but you know, he did such a great job. And again, you know, does that thing of transforming into both of these different characters to like, for a second, I'm like, is that Nicholas Braun like again there? Like, I mean, I thought it was like on the surface if you just show me the pictures, but the way that he was portraying each character, it really did have me second guessing a little bit.
Who also played Chevy Chase again?
Corey Michael Smith.
So good.
Yeah, who also played the Riddler in Gotham.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That was kind of surprising to me, but
yeah, I mean, his countenance, his like cadence, everything about him, like, really did convey that Chevy Chase style of asshole on set.
Yeah. And I don't know how accurate this is to the first Saturday night. Who knows? But again, even if it's like not accurate at all, this was so much fun.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, it was really like almost like Whiplash.
Yes.
You know, with the cinematography. But I'm not sure if it's actually shot on film. I feel like it would be, but it's made to definitely look like it's shot on film. And it's all the better for it. It really enhances the aesthetic and the camera movement and like blocking of everything. Credit to the DP. Bravo. Brilliant job.
And I think as well, what was so cool about this, like you mentioned, we both worked behind the scenes for a live show before. Mm-hmm. It just brought me back. I was like, wow, this is so much fun, but also terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, especially since when we did that, we were both probably the youngest people there outside the PAs, you know, and we were, you know, like in the producing team. So it's just, wow.
It was so cool. I do want to say this. I wanted to hold this off till the end, but I made a bold prediction a little bit ago that this will win Best Picture. And you kind of were like, Annmarie, don't forget about Dune. And I'm like, oh, shoot, Dune came out this year. This is going to be a tough race.
I mean, it definitely will be, but I'm still confident Dune Part 2 is going to win. This movie, I feel like, deserves to be nominated for Best Picture.
Mhm.
Just so much went into it. Like, you can tell. Like, it's such a well-made movie and so much fun. I had a smile on my face for, like, a majority of it. And, you know, it not only was it just kind of like a retelling of, oh, this is what happened on this day, in this moment, in this time, but it was a genuinely well-told story and, like, you know, film. Like, it's difficult to kind of take something that has happened and, you know, kind of tell it in a way that really is both artistic and true to what had happened.
Mhm.
It's a difficult feat. And the fact that this movie was able to really just about perfectly execute that, you know, hey, absolute props to them. Job well done. Bravo.
Listen, and we all know I'm the biggest Dune fan out there. So for me to say that this could take down Dune Part 2 for Best Picture, that's a big say. Like, this is up there in my top 5 this year.
You're jumping all over the place, like, with you're putting over movies over one another. Like, I mean, it's crazy because just the last week you were saying that, oh yeah, Transformers won over Inside Out 2.
I am. I
And
still stand by that.
while I'm not vehemently against that, it just caught me off guard by, like, how willing you were to say that. I'm like, whoa!
I called my shot. I'm calling it. I know. This was so much fun. I couldn't believe how much fun I had.
Yeah, I could not agree more. Guys, you really have to go see this movie.
Yes.
See Saturday night. If you see it on a Saturday night, if you see it on Thursday night like we did, whatever night you go see it on, you're gonna have a great time. Just wow, what a blast! What a genuinely fun film.
Mhm.
But hey, guys, we gave our takes on it. Let us know yours. Are you guys excited for this movie? Have you seen it like we have already? Are you planning to go see it? Are you specifically going to go see it on a Saturday night just to get that Saturday night feeling? Whatever your thoughts are, let us know your takes on our tapes in those comments down below. And with that, Annmarie, what is our next topic of today?
Yeah, so we have 2 more topics for tonight. The one that we really wanted to talk to you.
Oh, wait, shoot.
What?
No.
What?
You're not moving on. Annmarie,
What?
we forgot to rate the dang thing.
Oh my gosh! Go back, rewind.
All right. Annmarie.
Coming live.
Oh, God, no. No. This isn't a rated R picture.
Oh no. Give me a ranking scale.
This ain't that kind of film, pal.
Oh,
no. So, out of 10,
Oh.
oh, wait. I had something for this. Okay. Yeah, no. Out of 10, underpaid comedians, how many would you give this movie?
I'm going 10. I love this movie. This was so much fun. I was so nervous because I think last time I checked it was at a 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. So majority of people liked it, but I was just kind of worried about it. But wow, this was so much fun. All the actors, I had a blast and I had this big smile on my face. I feel like if you're into Saturday Night Live and if you know the history of it, you'll get so much out of this. But even if you don't, it was still the most fun I've had.
Yeah, it's such a fun ride. Like, you get really, again, like you were saying, if you don't know Saturday Night Live, even that, if you see this movie, you'll definitely just get so swallowed into it and carried in, and just by the end of it, you'll feel like, was that good for you?
Oh, yeah.
Because it was good for me. But yeah, no, I gotta give it, as much as I hate putting more underpaid comedians,
Yeah.
no, I would rather have well-paid comedians. But 10 underpaid comedians out of 10.
Aww.
Somehow, the way that you said "aw" made that a little more wholesome.
Aww.
But anyway, now, we are moving on.
Okay,
Fast forwarding on to our next topic.
All right. So
For
we
reals.
just, for realsies now, we had a rise, but also a fall. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Joker 2 has fallen flat on its face.
Yeah, Joker Falia Dudu.
Oh,
Like, okay,
do you?
you guys, if you haven't seen our review, go watch our review, for our full thoughts.
We gave some positive.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of all the hate and just people, in my opinion, not getting the joke, like, I mean, I enjoyed the film. Like, I felt like, hey, if you're going to make a Joker 2 for a movie that was only supposed to be a one-off, this is the movie you make. A very self-aware, like, take on society that just is kind of, I know, a lot of audience members don't like to be made fun of in a movie that they go out of their way to see. But, I mean, this movie is kind of like poking fun at, the audience and poking fun at society and just their view on the Joker. And it's very self-aware. So, I don't know, it's kind of sad to see, like, a lot of people are kind of using it as, like, a reason to say, like, oh, this is why studios should have more interference and why, like, artists should have less control or, whatever other way around. Like, I mean, because I've been hearing so much hate against Todd Phillips for this movie. I'm like, guys, he made the best Joker, like, sequel to the Joker movie he could have possibly made. I would like to see anyone else do better because it stays true to the idea of Joker, of, a man that is being forced to be something in a society that views him one way and is making him be that one way.
Listen, I gave the film a positive review, but also I can understand why people don't like this film too. Because as we talked a lot about our review, it feels like it was made in spite of itself.
Exactly.
Can it be better? Absolutely. But it is still a very pretty film. The cinematography is really good. I say, heck, the music was a lot of fun too. There's songs in there that I really enjoyed. The performances, I don't think they were awful. I think they were fun. And so, yes, I understand that people don't like this film because the first one was like I can't say that word. It's just like this major film, and the second one is disappointing, but it's what Todd Phillips wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, hey, again, he only wanted to make one movie. And so it's kind of on, again, it is kind of on the audience, like, and studio, because they're the ones that wanted to have him make a second one because the first one made $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what people are complaining about. Like, this is a movie that should not have had a sequel, and it did, and it made, like, the best movie it could have made, as a sequel, and people are mad about it. And I'm just like, guys, it's the same picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think also just, like, it's unfortunate, like, the fall that it is having. Like, even Joaquin and Lady Gaga are kind of clowning on it. Todd Phillips is coming back and saying stuff like, oh, Arthur Fleck was never the Joker. Like, we have a difference of opinion on that. I think it's like, oh, no, don't, when people start saying stuff about their own work after it's come out, I get super worried about it. But yeah, it's what we got. So it's unfortunate. Is it the worst film of the year? No. We saw Madam Web. Is it the best film? No. We saw Dune Part 2. But it was still a really good film for what it was.
Exactly. I mean, yes, I do disagree with you on the take of Todd Phillips saying, the joke, Arthur Fleck was never the Joker. And I'm just like, yeah, that was the point. Like, yes, like, without giving too much away for people who haven't seen it yet, yes. So I feel like, this movie might do better as time goes on at the box office. Not as well as, $1 billion, because I think the only reason Joker made that much money, the first one, was because there was much more curiosity about it going into it. I don't think it was so much that people liked it. It was just that sense of, oh, this is like the performance of the year, and curiosity and that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised to see the box office numbers the way they are. Even if people really did end up liking Joker Folie à Deux and the reviews were, say, like, I don't know, like 80 or 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, I still think we would probably be seeing these numbers. Maybe it might be a little higher, but not by much.
Yeah.
But hey, guys, what do you think of the Joker Folie à Deux situation? Do you think it's Joker Folie à Doo-doo and should remain down the toilet as doo-doo should? I mean, or do you think that, like, it's anything but a folly or a doo-doo? I mean, whatever you guys are thinking, let us know your takes on our tapes in those comments down below. And with that, Annmarie, what topic are we fast-forwarding on to and finishing off tonight with?
Yes, so we got one more topic. It is a conversation that Ethan and I have been having and also have been disagreeing on. So, as we know, James Gunn DC is coming out next year, and I believe they're actually going to start doing Superman press, or not press, Superman
Like
marketing. Yes, of course, David Cornsweat's doing that anyways. They're going to start doing marketing in December, and there's stuff that's ramping up. We got our lanterns that have been cast. Where we disagree is what road is James Gunn going to take. I personally think he's going to go more comic booky, more that fun style than the serious style that we've gotten. But you disagree with me on that.
No, I don't.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, no. No, what I was saying earlier was just a matter of the idea of the Batman, like Matt Reeves. Batman world, a lot of people were wanting it to cross over into James Gunn's world because of how popular it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, no, don't do that.
No,
like it works because it's based in that grounded reality, and it's very truly detective noir kind of thing. And with James Gunn's world, it seems really intensely into the fantastical aspect of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can still have, say, a Batman in there that is still grounded, but he's in a world of the fantastical, and that's why it would kind of work there. So I mean, heck, we don't know what world James Gunn is truly setting up yet until we see the movie to kind of base our vibes off of. But yeah, no, I absolutely do agree with you that that James Gunn's universe is more likely than not going the route of like heavy leaning into the fantastical and going more so into that Guardians of the Galaxy or like Suicide Squad kind of over the top sometimes, but like in an artistic well-meaning kind of way.
I do hope he makes it a little bit different from Guardians because I want to see something different. Marvel has such a lead on the DC universe right now, and so I don't want to see Marvel 2.0.
Well, I think James Gunn is always sincere in his work, and regardless of the different stylizations of it all and the James Gunnisms he puts into his movies, there's always that sincere earnestness of his in his work of like, I care about this this IP, these characters. I grew up with them. Like, I know, like, I really want to make the best movie here possible and tell the best story I can possible and transcend what these characters were on the comic book page and bring them to life, like truly to life.
Yeah.
Not just for the sake of the screen, but to life in our hearts. And I feel like James Gunn is really looking to do that. Heck, with like the log line, I think for the Superman movie was something along the lines of like the good old fashioned, like campy, uplifting Superman.
Mm-hmm.
That like was probably more along the lines of the Christopher Reeve era. But he's not one to stray away from the difficult subject matter as well. So I think he's going to do a good job of balancing those two. But I think he's going to do a great job of doing so with sticking to that good blend of fantastical and groundedness.
And I don't mind if they go more serious for some TV shows or movies or anything like that. Like Marvel, I feel like has the last couple of years gone like copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. I don't want that. I want to see something a little bit different. So if this Superman one is, if that's the tone of your universe, that's fine. But I would like to see like, you know, a comedy one or something more dramatic. Like you can do so much with the DC universe. You have so many different characters and what's on James Gunn's docket. I think it would be super interesting to see something different. And I think that's what's attracting a lot of actors into James Gunn's universe too.
Yeah. Also, it helps that, he's not someone that absolutely has such a big ego like some other directors we know.
Who?
So I'm just giving Annmarie a look right now.
I don't know.
Let's just say he doesn't get off scot-free all the time.
Oh!
But anyway. So, yeah, guys, really, this whole upcoming DC universe, we got some really big success here with the groundedness of, like, the Penguin and the Batman and Matt Reeves, DC world.
Leave it in his corner.
Yes.
We don't want it in this corner.
And then we got James Gunn's upcoming, which is probably the one with the most eyes on it, James Gunn's big DC, studios kind of universe he's setting up here. Are you guys wanting it to be more fantastical? Are you guys wanting it to be a blend of both? Are you guys wanting it to be just grounded like the Batman universe that Matt Reeves has come up with? Mm-hmm. Whatever your takes are, let us know on our tapes in those comments down below. And with that, Annmarie...
I can't do the SNL music.
Honestly, the do was a lot more than I thought you were gonna do.
Oh,
so, you know what? I appreciate that.
There we go.
No, guys, thank you for joining us on this episode of Cassette Take. We hope you haven't ejected thus far into the podcast. But if you have or haven't, please don't forget to rewind either way. I've been Ethan.
I've been Annmarie.
And fuck it, do it live.
Yeah.